Welcome back, my financial freedom fighters. It's your favorite family member, Money Mail Jr. And today, what we're going to talk about is refinancing your credit card. And what I mean by that is getting a better rate on your credit card, interest-wise, and lowering those payments on your credit card. A lot of people, they're under the impression that the credit card company is going to automatically give you those best rates. But they do give you better rates. What they will do is, after you've been with them for X amount of time, they'll do a soft credit pull on your credit to see if your credit in any better standing than it was before, and to also see how you're utilizing their card. So they look at two different aspects. They look at how you're utilizing their personal card with their company, and also how your overall credit looking. And they'll give you a little bump. They'll increase your credit limit, and they'll drop your interest rate down a little bit. But what we're looking at today is how to drop that interest rate tremendously. So it's very simple. So we're gonna get right into it. Boom, this your Visa. All right, so when you apply for this Visa card right here, we're gonna say that your credit score was, let's just say 650. You got this, your interest rate, we're gonna use something modest. We're gonna say 15%. So you want to know, okay, how can I better my situation with this card? I done had this card for X amount of time. I've been paying my monthly payments on time every time. So after 6 months, the company, they did a soft pull on my credit. They seen that I've been paying it on time. They seen that my score is good and whatnot. So what they did was they dropped this down to 13%. I'm gonna put it right here. I'll put it right here. 13%. So, and let's just say your credit limit when you started was 1,000. We're gonna put 1,000 right here. 1,000. So now you're in a better situation. Your new interest rate is 13%. Your credit score is 1,000. So let's say they increased that when they dropped your APR to 1,500. Now you like, okay, I want to be in a better situation. How can I get in a better situation than this right here? This is an okay situation, but I want to be in a better situation. All right. So when you started with that 650, now you only want to do this when your credit score is 750 at least. 750 at least. And what I want you to do too, call up whoever you have your credit card with and just ask them, say, hey, credit card company, I would like to know, when you all issue the interest rates on this card, what credit bureau do you all pull from? And then they'll tell you, they say we do Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion, whichever one. So let's say they say TransUnion. So what you want to do is you want to go pull your TransUnion credit report to figure out what your credit score is with TransUnion. If they say it's with Equifax, you do the same thing with Equifax. If they say it's with Experian, you do the same thing with Experian. So let's say TransUnion. So you go pull your TransUnion credit score, and you remember at first it was 650. So let's say now you've been paying your stuff on time, you got the credit card, your credit score go up to 760. So what you're gonna do with your 760 credit score, you know that they pull from TransUnion. So this is your credit score from TransUnion, It went up over 110 points to now 760. You're going to call up your credit card company. You're going to say, hey, credit card company, what I would like to do. And some of them you got to be aware of this too. So you ask them beforehand. Ask them, would this be a hard credit pull? Because I know some of them issue a hard credit pull when you ask. Now, if you do not ask them and they do the credit pull voluntarily, it will be a soft credit pull. So just ask them. They may say yay, they may say nay. So they're going to do a credit pull. They're going to see you have a 760. In order to qualify for the best interest rates on your credit card or any loan, you have to have at least a 750. I say a 750 just because 750 is the least credit score you need to have an excellent credit score. I'm not saying a perfect credit score. I'm saying an excellent credit score. There is no difference between having a 750 and an 850. Don't let no one tell you anything otherwise. Anything over that is bragging rights and cushion just in case something go wrong per se. But it is no difference. If a person with a 750 go into the car dealership and get them a brand new car, they're going to get the same rate as a person who has an 850, which is a perfect credit score. So you want to make sure your credit score is at least 750 when you do this. So you ask them, you say, hey, okay, I know my interest rate is 15, 18%, whatever it may be. So what I would like for you all to do, I'd like to drop my interest rate, and I'd like for you all to do that today. So now the reason why I ain't saying nothing about improve my my credit limit, because that's a whole different thing. Because when you're doing your credit limit, you have to worry about your debt to income ratio and also your income. When you're talking about your interest rate, your debt to income ratio or your income plays 0% role in that. So just to make it easy and minimum work and effort on your part, you're just going to tell them, hey, I would like for you to I would like to decrease my interest rate on this car. Ask them, what is the best interest rate you can have on this car? And they'll tell you 7%, 8%, 9%, whatever the car may be. They'll let you know. So when you're doing this, you want to weigh your pros and cons too, because if you have let's say a 9% interest rate and the best interest rate on this card is at 8%, and they tell you if they go and do this, it'll be a hard credit pull, there's no use of getting that hard credit pull on your credit, because it's going to lower your credit, even though you're going to have a better interest rate on your credit card. So you want to look at different variables like this. That's why when I consult with people about their credit, it's different things that I look at. A lot of people just look at, you know what I'm saying, a lot of black and white. Is a lot of behind the scenes and things you have to know and be aware of when you're doing this type of stuff. So it's like, I use the analogy, it's like a person says, hey, you know, to drink water so you could be healthy and whatever. And the person will be like, oh, what is water? One person will be like, well, it's the substance that the body needs in order to survive. You know, it comes from the sky, it's in the rivers and the ocean and whatnot. But the more depth person, the more knowledgeable person say water is H2O. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I think and perceive it. A lot of people know to pay your credit card on time. A lot of people know you can call in to ask for a better interest rate and things of that nature. But do they know why? You know, that's what you want to be aware of. So, like I said, you want your credit score to be at least 750 or above. You're going to call them. You're going to ask them that you want to improve your interest rate on there. Also ask them, is it a hard credit pull or a soft credit pull? If it's a hard credit pull, then you want to look at all your pros and cons. If it's a soft credit pull, just go ahead and do it. So if you have any questions or comments, definitely drop them down below. I answer everything. And yeah. See y'all soon.